Hey guys, welcome back to creativevfx.net. Here we're back on a new tutorial. This time we are looking at the planar tracking software called Mocha. So here we are inside Mocha, and I have imported a footage, a very short footage. Let's take a look at it. Okay, it's just to give you a very basic idea on how to use the Mocha and how cool it is, how powerful it is to just track planar surfaces. So for this very short show, we just want to show you how to track a finger. Let's just take it from here. So this is the timeline, and here you have the default play options. Here you have the frame from frame 0 to frame 405, 404. That is the total length of the clip. And then you have your current actual frame number where you are on the current time indicator. These are your tracking options. These are your keyframes options. So to actually set a spline here, you will 95% of the time use this X spline. So the hands will just move around the image just like as in After Effects. Zoom in, zoom out, X spline. And if you want to add to the X spline, if you created a X spline shape and you want to add another shape to that layer that's going to be created when you create a shape, then this will add to that same layer. If you want to create a new layer, you can use the base spline tool layer to actually modify the curves and handles. So let's try this. And we're not gonna do this perfect, guys. It's just for the purpose of demonstration of this tutorial. So the way you do this, you just left click on your mouse to add these points, and when you're done, you just right click like so, and you can always go in and individually adjust these. Now I have set mine to minimum pixel use 90%, so it's gonna look for 90% of the frames on ahead and behind. So it's gonna give me a lot more pixels to look at. I don't have a large motion, so I put on a small. I do want the translation, scale, rotation, and shear. I don't have any perspective shots here, so let's just try to analyze this forward. Remember, this is just the play button. As you see, the tracking frames will become purple. Let's do this. This is one frame at a time. Now let's go ahead and track forward. And if you see it goes off cliff or you need to adjust, just hit the stop button like this. You can see this purple line has been created, and this is all the tracked frames. So it stuck pretty good. That's why I love Mocha that so much. It's the best tracking software I've ever used, no doubt about that. And as you can see up here, the information is I'm taking advantage of my GPU. So let's go a little back here, adjust the points. Let's see if that helps. If we go one forward, because here he's moving pretty fast, so maybe here we can put on large motion. And it's off frame now, so we can put it down like so. And it's always good to track backwards also. So that's actually stuck pretty good. Let's go backwards. Okay, so here we had some motion issues again. So let's go one backwards. here with it. You see it's so blurry, so you need to, these are the kind of thing where you need to manually go in and either set keyframes. Okay, that's beautiful. So now we want this tracking data, and you can always, here's your layer, here's your cogwheel. This means just if this is enabled, then when you track it, it's gonna record data into this. So if you have multiple layers and you don't need to track the other ones which you previously tracked, you can just remove the cogwheel if you don't want to track it, but you still want to see it. And if you don't want to see it either, then you can just disable the eyeball. Okay, so that was the easy part. So remember, we just used the spline tools here. If we go a little bit here, this is the grid I used to show how good it's tracked while you are playing forward. You can see how the grid is vibrating, how much it's moving. There was a little jigger, like so. This is just for the surface. If we were, now we're using a exporting shape, not tracking data, so we don't need this. And again, if you need to see an overlay without the handles, then you have this also. It can also come pretty handy. Okay guys, so this time we are exporting the shape and not the tracking data. So let's go back here to frame 0, export shape data, and from the drop down list you go down to Mocha shape for After Effects. Click that, copy to clipboard, switch back to After Effects, import that same footage, double click it, and call this FingerTrack. So for this one, edit, paste the Mocha data, hit U to see all the keyframes data, all the tracking data, and let's see around here this shape data is appearing here. Now the way you can see that it's a shape data is you can just solo the eyeball, solo this layer, the finger track, and you should only see this finger here. There it is. Now we can follow the finger. And remember, we didn't refine this that well. It was just for the sake of this tutorial. So this is just to show you how you export shape data so easily, and with this you have endless possibilities. You can go in for the desired shape, and let's say you fill it, opacity down a little bit if you want, like that. So this is just to show you can do all sorts of things with this really cool stuff. See that how it's now is nicely tracked to that finger, because we only have that shape on this layer. Okay, that's it guys. Thank you very much for the short tutorial on Mocha shapes exporting. See you next time.